The night is young, what the f you wanna do, huh?
The night is young, what the f gonna do? Ooh. Baby, the night is young, what the f you wanna do, huh?
Alright, what's good, y'all? It's Saadiq Ranks, and we back with another little video, the recap 2022 video. We enter in 2023, and you know, I couldn't be more excited. It is January 2nd now. I know I'm getting this out late, but I had to make my resolutions first, and I had to speak with my guys first and get that all situated. Last night we did resolutions and then played Monopoly. So now I got everything situated, and we're gonna go through different things. So first part of the video is gonna be a recap of the year, and even through like the video process. So I'm gonna be clipping different videos, and we're gonna reflect on little things. But the second part of the video is gonna be saying about like what I want for 2023, and you know, that could be anything from resolutions into my video process into like what I want to see socially happen. You know, so there's little different increments into the video, but we're gonna drop into the first one. I had like a couple of things to get to, but that was just like the main thing. It's just I relearned that for myself today, that I need time, yo. So if y'all need your time and you guys not allocating enough time for yourselves to make sure that you guys are good and getting enough sun, get enough sun, allocate some time for yourself, take some days. It's needed, bro. It's needed for that progression. You need to be able to lock in on some certain things. It's not like you can't have your fun. I be having my fun. I'm about to go for my late night walk later tonight. Things, making sure that you're progressing in the way that you want to progress, if you want to progress. Word. So my first video dropped April 13th in my spring semester, and I named it The Pilot, right? So it's crazy thinking about like throughout all this time, like it's been like around like 8 months, I think, since like my first video has dropped, and how much I've grown over time, how much my content has just kind of moved over time. You know, it's not like I had the most videos going, but you know, like I got through the door. You know, that's like the most important part, like getting through the door, and you can start editing from there and like tweaking different processes. That's why I was so excited to start 2023, because I knew that like my video shit was gonna get totally different. But right here in this clip, I was talking about time, you know, like time for myself, time needed. At the time that was going on, I knew that I was having problems with like balancing, like, yo, how much time do I allocate towards my videos? How much time do I allocate towards my friends, relationships? How much time do I allocate towards me, right? And that was the whole kind of conundrum that was going on during the time. This is also my first late night talk, so now, you know, at first that was just all my videos, and now it's just like a series on my channel, which is it's kind of like journal entries of like what's going on, you know. And I'm just glad that I got through the door, and you know, that was what the first pilot was, you know, like an introduction to who I was and what I was dealing with, and you know what first year college student was feeling, you know. Because yes, I'm a business dude, and yes, I like going to these business conferences and stuff like that, but I feel like I like my creative stuff and I like media a lot more, right? But I'm not going to sacrifice my business stuff for media unless I see a huge future in media, which means that I had to take the leap and buy this camera in order for me to stay consistent and see if I want to stay consistent in it, if that makes sense, right? So the time of the I'm Broke video, I think it was within a month of my pilot video. The I'm Broke video was a pivotal time for me because I was going through a lot of family problems, and this video caused a lot of family problems as well. But I was going through a lot of family problems that was going on, and I was in my second semester. You know, like I worked all before, so I saved up mad bread and stuff like that. But then I came upon hard times where I had to shell out a lot of money for stuff, and this was right after Christmas, so I bought my camera because I'm like, yo, I really want to try this media stuff out, you know. And at the time, which I was speaking about, was I was pondering on, yo, should I do MCC, should I do media cultures communications? But I was on the business track, right? Like, it would have made sense for me to go to the business school at my school, which is Stern, right? Because I already got an internship for one of the best like banks and stuff like that. It just made sense on the path that I was, you know. But like, media was where I kind of felt like the heart was for me, And that's where my headspace was at the time. You know, I was hell bent on business in the first semester of my first year. Second semester, I started thinking about it. Now it comes to the third semester, and I decided on it. So it's just crazy about reflection time. But this video did cause mad problems in my household. This caused problems in the household in Florida. You know, I was getting told mad stuff from my family, but you know, it was the start. So I had to learn a lot of things. I had to learn what to keep in, what not to keep in. So, you know, it's all a learning process. You still recording? You still recording? What's up? Those dogs like went to like different family members and stuff like that, but you know, he trains dogs and he breeds dogs and stuff like that. But it was very cool to have that around because I saw how like my cousins interacted with them, and I saw how my other titis and my tío, my other tíos like interacted with them. I'm just like, wow, like this is something that I want. Like maybe not breeding dogs, but definitely having animals around me, because it's like a different type of love than human love. You know, like it's just very different. And I got to see like how those little, even though he was breeding dogs, like those little pockets of love got to get spread around like the different areas and stuff like that. It's just so, I don't know, it's just so crazy. And alright, so late night talk 3, figuring this out, was basically kind of like summarizing my trip down to Georgia. I had a family member that passed away in 2022, and it was very hard on my family. And, you know, going down there, I haven't seen my family in a while, so it just sucks that it had to happen at a time of, like, grief. But going down, like, I realized how much I need to stay more in tune, you know, with my family. And, you know, I saw the impact of how my tío, who was the one who passed away, had on my family and his immediate family alone, and see, like, my cousins deal with that. And I just couldn't, I don't know, it just made me appreciate a lot of things more, and at the same time, like, want to have that impact on my own family, you know? And I want to be that person for my family that, you know, spreads so much love. And it was not just love and through, you know, the love that he spread to his family, but then the love of the house. Like, you could tell when you stepped into the home, it was very home. It was very filled with love, where it's like, you know, his remnants are all over the place. Like, you know, like, he was breeding animals, and the animals is just like, it just exuberated his type of love, you know? And that resonated with me heavy, because I'm like, alright, I'm learning more things to add to, you know, the bag of, like, skills and love that I got. And, you know, I learned that from my tío. So, rest in peace, and I thank him for that. Ooh.
Talk about me indirectly.
Love
is a great topic, by the way.
Love is a great topic.
Talk about what you learned about love.
What I learned about love?
Yeah.
I'm still learning, though.
Exactly. But talk about what you've learned so far, smart one.
You know, actually, you know what's funny? I wanted to, like, do, like...
Love? Scared of love?
I'm scared of love. Shit, that might be the title. What's good, y'all? It's Saadiq. I'm in my sister's apartment right now. This video, interesting, because I'm in almost the same exact position as that video beforehand. So I don't really have that much to say on top of that. You know, like, everything be complicated, bro, in college. But we figuring it out and doing it the most respectful and best way. Damn, I don't have my book on me, but reading a book about love, to try to, like, venture into it more and kind of, like, learn a lot of the problems or, like, shit that I've seen within my childhood, and then it leading into, like, the shit that, like, I consume, and, you know, a bunch of, like, patriarchal shit. But we learning, we moving, and I'm in the same position as that video right now. So I never came in contact with the woman that they're talking about. Never in my life. I've never had a relationship with one. I never even had a friendship with like somebody that goes on their podcast. That's not my dating pool. That's not my scene. I go to college. Me going to college, come in contact with intelligent women every single day, and I only deal with those type of people. And aside from that too, my family are great role models. And the same thing when it comes to men. But the thing is, leading young men astray and acting like as if they need to fear women, or acting as if they need to fear anything else in the world, and act like they're going to be building their confidence off of artificial bullshit, is what these channels are teaching young men, right? They're not teaching young men to go get it up by themselves and like learn what their status is, learn what they should build their confidence on. I build my confidence off of love, empathy, the stuff that I accomplish, but also how I treat people. Right, the way that these dudes are preaching how to teach, how to handle people, they're handling people in an inferior state. That's not what a man does, or at least to me, that's not what I see what a man does. You know, I have good. This is my most popular video. Got a lot of negative feedback, got a lot of positive feedback on it. I'm very proud of this video and how I got my words out. In the situation this is prior to him being deplatformed and everything, and even about like the arresting stuff, like being arrested, all that case and stuff like that. I was harsh on Andrew Tate in this video, and my point stand, right? Like the stand, I never disagree with the fact that like, oh, like encouraging men is a problem. No. Motivation is a problem. No. The problem was, to me, was that like the theatrics and the way that he packages his points and the way that he speaks about people and speaks of women is very damaging to the young man's, you know, like the way that they do the same thing. So as though like as I'm like 19 and hopefully a little bit mature, I can read through the lines of, yeah, this is theatrics to get those clicks and for him to get popularized. But regardless, these 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, even 18-year-old, you know, people, 19-year-old and up, you know, are going to start speaking like him. You know, and the more that you speak like that, the more that you start to unconsciously train your mind to think that way and to value those people in that type of way. And I don't stand for none of that shit. Now, granted, do I think that he could provide a little bit of value? Maybe. But it's all about how you package and how you speak about people, or how you feel about people too. Like if that's how he feels, then I totally disagree with him. And you know, it was a good video though. I would like to make more rants because I be ranting about a lot of stuff, but it's just like, I don't know. Gotta be careful with my channel. But I can't negate the fact that the American capitalist society is inevitably racist, and it's continuing to put us in the lowest class, and it's designed to keep us there. Right, and that's where you see Mark speaks about this. I'm about to read the. This is my favorite video that I've ever made. Like, this is a portfolio video for me, right? And when I say portfolio video, and I'm gonna get to that more in the second half, but portfolio video as in like, this is something I can submit and add to like a website, or add to like my folder of like, hey, this is what I've created. You know, like, I'm very proud of this. This is very like education driven, so like I have a lot of key points in there that's like, you know, backed up by evidence and shit like that. And I will be making way more videos like this because, you know, it's important for the education, right? Like, of course, it's like, this is like theoretical speaking and philosophy and shit like that, but it's also bringing in history, and it's also bringing in economics, you know, and that's what I love to talk about. So this has been my favorite video, not only because of the high production, not only because it's doing well, but just because like I'm just really proud of it, for real. Yeah.
Cause they don't want nobody that's color out of the line, so I'm late as a motherfucker.
It's a new day, new resolutions, new year. You see how I'm feeling, right? So look, I'm gonna just get into my resolutions. I have about 10 of them, and then I'm gonna go into depth about a couple. So off the rip, resolutions for 2023. For example, like my Be Conversational in Spanish. I want to at least be able to have a conversation with somebody, because right now I'm just learning off of like, the app is called Lingo Deer. Way better than Duolingo. But I'm learning a lot of like vocabulary, and I already knew a lot of vocabulary, but I'm learning how to place it and like grammar wise. So I want to get to the point where like I could speak to somebody in Spanish and like they'll be able to correct me on my Spanish, right? So that's the point where I'm trying to get by the end of the year. I think I can reach it earlier as long as I keep up with it. So I'll be on my daily Spanish lessons for real. To upload twice a month. I'm gonna get more into that. Buy a ticket out of country, right? So for out of country travel doesn't necessarily mean I have to take the travel or the trip this year. Just means I have to buy a ticket for next year at least, or maybe take a trip this year. We'll see how the bread is talking. Read at least 5 books. I need to be on it at least 5. Five's not that bad. 5 is not that bad for real. Lead a social event for BSU. That's something that's gonna like keep me more socially grounded, right? So when I'm speaking about these different events and when I'm speaking about these different things, like I'm thinking about getting into like oratory competitions, which is like speeches and stuff. So, you know, like I already led an event for GQ, which had to deal with like a lot of social awareness stuff. So I'm like, why not bring it to BSU? Cook a new meal at least once a month. You know, I thought up a meal I cooked I think 2 months ago, and like I want to emulate more of like Caribbean meals and like, you know, get into like some nice homey meals that I could cook. You know, it's like, so my rasta pasta, shrimp rasta pasta, was amazing, and I want to continue that when I get back to my dorm. Study my credit. So my credit is not bad, but I think just because I had to take a loan for this year for school, it messed up my credit. And it, along with having like my other credit cards, like I was just building pretty well, and then that loan just killed my credit. So now I have to call out some people and figure out what's going on. I'm gonna update y'all on that. I might even do like a financial video for real. Invest more. I'm already on that. Be at least X amount of pounds. I want to gain weight, so I've been in the gym every day for like the last like week, basically, and you know, putting on a little bit more mass, get a little bit stronger. Why not? Take more vitamins. I need to work on that. And when I say vitamins, I don't just mean like, you know, some supplements. I'm talking about my elderberries. I'm talking about all that. You know, get Herbal King, and a monthly content plan. So that's like something I definitely want to develop. Where like, you know, I have a lot of ideas when it comes to like content and like portfolio videos, which is like videos that I believe that I could add into like a folder or like a website and show maybe even employers or other content creators and stuff like that of what I can do and what I do. So I need to get into my monthly content plans where it's like, all right, this video is going out on this day. This video is going on this day. You know, it's like planning my videos out ahead. 1, 2, picking dates for them, having plans for them. And on top of that, like, what am I going to be doing in between, right? So it's just going to be promo videos. Is it going to be like TikToks? Is it going to be short form content? Figuring out all of that prior to the month that I'm going into, just so it's much more easier and I'm much more disciplined and just concentrated on what I got to do. It's going to be easier for me, especially like me getting into now, like my whole last semester I was into Google Calendar. My boss telling me all of that stuff. So like now it's like easier getting regimented and keeping to a schedule. So I gotta make sure that this is on that same type of schedule. And that really be it, you know, like I guess like my wants for my content wise, right? Like it would be at least 3 portfolio videos, which are like very well produced. So like my next doc that I'm thinking about making, I'm gonna do it. It's like a masculinity doc, right? And like actually getting into depth about it and like asking the questions that like, you know, our generation probably needs at this point. And I think it's something that I could definitely like delve into more. I would love it. But so that's like another portfolio video that I have in my mind. Twice a month uploads, obviously. I want to speak about my NYU experiences for real. So like the next videos that might be coming out is probably going to be NYU catered, just because, you know, I value in that. You know, like I go to a great school, and I didn't want in beginning my content to be overshadowed by my school, but now I got the foundation. So it's like, why would I not speak about something that I know a lot about? And then more collaborative videos. So y'all gonna see some friends coming on this year. Y'all gonna see some other people coming on this year, debates, talking about and stuff like that. Like I wanted to build my foundation, as I was saying before, but now I feel like I got the root, and now I get to just branch. So that's the end of my resolutions. That's the end of my recap and reflections. You know, I think I have a little spiel to go into if you want to stay, but I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed your 2022. 2023, we about to 4 times this. It's about to go crazy. Love y'all. It's been Saadiq. We out. I don't know. I'm just like, especially after finals, and everything wrapping up, and like people are starting to leave. Like I realized the process of like adulting is really like the process of reflection. And being alone, you know, usually like, I hate when people leave campus because just be dead. You just feel alone. But it's like I spent the last 2 days in my dorm, and I was like getting stuff done and actually being productive. And I'm never productive in my dorm. And like I'm cooking for myself. And like, I don't know, I'm texting people I should be texting, and like reaching out to people and making sure like I cover all the ends. And it's like, I don't know, it's like a perfectly wrapped semester. You know, like I learned how to really do school this semester for real. Like I planned out my finals, got everything done before like the due dates. That's not me. Like let me say that. That is me now, but that wasn't me before, and I was so busy this semester too. So it's like,
So you worked on time management.
I worked on time management, and although I was late to class every single time, right, it worked in different ways, and especially with like priorities. And I just know that like, and I found out like my big mobilizer for my college experience, and that's like through my black mobilization shit, you know, like what I'm gonna talk about in like my recap video, but that's just where I'm at, bro. Like I'm ready for next year, to be honest, like not even like next year like the semester, but like next year, just because my positions are gonna change. I'm gonna go to Ghana, you know, so
Shut up.
yeah, bro.
That's happening?
For the study abroad?
Oh my god. Like you found out which classes you're taking.
Yep. Yep. So it's definite, and it's like I switched it to Steinhardt. So it's like I don't know that. Yeah. So that's like I don't know. I feel like I'm rapidly improving, and that's like right now I'm learning fucking Spanish. Like I'm teaching myself. Like, I'm genuinely the only music I listen to right now is Spanish music, just because like I'm trying to learn, and I'm finding the little things that make me appreciate life.
Like what?
Like the little things, like me learning Spanish, or like me getting time. Like before, I was locked into school. I now have a couple months off. I'm about to focus on like my video process, Spanish, going to the gym, and like building up that discipline in that areas. But like, I don't know. I'm just excited, bro. I'm excited.
So if you could tell yourself something, if you could give yourself one message to yourself in a year, what would it be?
Oh shit. Be humble. Be humble. Cause I just know shit's gonna come through, and I don't wanna fuck up any situations by my ego. So, you know, be humble and let the blessings come to you. Let the blessings come. And let the challenges shape you too. You know, don't be too hard on yourself.